Hello, I'm doing this video to give the shower that had really nice temperature. Really happy with the temperature. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the world really friendly, really happy with the service they gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to say why I really enjoyed the service this morning. I really enjoyed the service this morning because it was really powerful. I thought the worship team, I thought the people who led worship this morning were really. I thought it was a really powerful worship. I thought, and yeah, I thought it was really powerful, and I was really touched by what I heard. I thought the preach was really good, and it was very, very powerful words, and I thought the baptisms were incredible. So yeah, I thought it was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give the Pelican crossing when coming back from the well this morning. I thought it worked really well. Really happy with how well it worked. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Dish Coffee and Kitchen. Really friendly, really happy with the service. Hello, doing this video to give you the Dish Breakfast Bagel. Really nice, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give the cappuccino. Really nice, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the water that I had. It was really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you the pasta, meatballs, cheese, onions. Really nice and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to say I did pasta, meatballs, cheese, onions. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees, set time for 20 minutes. Put the meatballs into the oven. Then put some water into the pan, and then weigh the pasta out on the weighing scales. Put the pasta into the pan on 11 minutes, and then on 10, then put some olive oil into a pan, turn the hob on, and then on 10 minutes put the onions in. So that fried the onions, and then once cooked, once the meatballs are cooked, turn the hob off, turn the hobs off, drain the pasta, put the pasta back into the pan, turn the oven off, put the meatballs into the pan with the put the meatballs into the pan. With the pasta, mix it all up, served onto a bowl. Put cheese on top, and then put onions towards the side of them. Hello, I'm doing this video to give the cup of tea that I had this morning and this evening at the well. Thought it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give the well. Really friendly, really happy with the service he gave me. Hello, I'm doing this video to why I really enjoyed the service this evening. I really enjoyed the service this evening because again, I thought the worship team were fantastic this evening. I'm not going to try and speak too long now. Yeah, and I thought the worship team this evening were fantastic. Really, I thought they were fantastic. I'm not gonna name people because I don't want to do that. Listen, I've worked really hard. I've worked really hard to get to know people, and the last thing I do is name them and identify them. So, not gonna do that, and I won't be doing that. So, I thought the people that were doing the worship were absolutely incredible. It was incredible. I really enjoyed it tonight. Yeah, I thought the worship was fantastic. For the person who shared a testimony this evening, like 10 people shared testimonies this morning. Sorry, thought it was incredible, really. But what they shared was fantastic. Like the people who shared the testimonies in the morning were fantastic. For the preach was fantastic. For the person who hosted this morning, this evening, thought they were fantastic. So, it was a fantastic service, and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to give you the Pelican crossing when coming back from the well. Thought it worked really well. Really happy with how well it worked. Hello, doing this video to give Sainsbury's really friendly, and I was really happy with the service they gave me. Sorry, the teams. Sorry, I'm going to be quick now. I'm going to try and be quick as soon as possible, really. So yeah, the teams that won and drew, fair results. Hello, I'm doing this video to feedback show 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. No, sorry, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sorry, it was really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to go for Angelica Scott's show, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Really disappointing, and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Rampage show 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give Heartless Crew show 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give Richie Brave show 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to give you Theo Johnson show 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. It was really disappointing and it could have been better. Hello, I'm doing this video to talk. Hello, welcome to my video blog. My video blog this week, why we should be honest and trustworthy. We should be honest and trustworthy because it sets a good example, shows that you care about them, and it shows that you're making the right decisions. Hello, I'm doing this video to really talk about the say why I'm not too disappointed. Sorry, why I didn't speak to why it was good to speak to the people at the this evening at church. Why it was disappointing not to speak to the other person. Look, listen. Right, I'm not gonna get the chance to speak to to be the person who I spoke to every time. Rome is not built in a century. What I need to, what the thing is, the thing you got to realise is it doesn't involve, listen, things don't evolve around me. The mistakes that I made at Greenbelt, I was trying to make it all about me. And just made so many mistakes in that area. And the fact that, listen, I tried to, do you know what I mean? I tried and tried, and listen, it got to a point where you can't do that. You try and speak to the people, and it's like they're not, listen, they don't want to speak to you, but then you try and go and speak to them. Listen, it just pushes people away by doing this. So listen, I'm not disappointed. Things don't evolve. It doesn't evolve me. It's not the Sam Jenkinson show. It's not the Sam Jenkinson show. It really isn't. And listen, this is not the Sam Jenkinson show. Right, it's not. It's not, because listen, I go to church to help me improve in situations. I felt, let me listening to the preach tonight, and I've already spoke about the preach, right? I've already spoke about it, but I've got to maybe have a look at what, maybe I've got to reduce how often I listen to Radio 1 Extra. Maybe I need to either have a break from Radio 1 Extra for a bit and don't listen to the radio, or I don't listen to Radio 1 Extra. But obviously that means not listening to Snooty Shy. So it's something I've got to look at. Do I close Facebook? Again, it's something I've got to look at. If I think that's going to help me. So that's another situation. Do I mean, I'm already trying to reduce how often I go on the PlayStation as it is. So there's certain areas, of course, I'm looking at where, do I reduce that? Do I take that away and just cut it out? But as to regards to what I was saying before, as to regards to what I was saying, listen, it's not. Listen, I have made poor choices. I made poor choices. And I've got to look at that. I've got hello, I'm doing this video to the shower that I had this evening. So look, really nice temperature, really happy with the temperature. So look, yeah, so like I said, I have to understand you're not always going to have that opportunity to speak to who you want to speak to. You're not always going to get that opportunity. And listen, I've got to know them. Listen, of course, I've got to know them now because we do chat. We had a chat on Friday. This is the other thing as well. This is the thing about it. It's only the 1st of February. The 1st of February, it's only today. Prior to the 1st of February, I mean, this is the first day of February. Prior to today, right, first of all, spoke to them last Sunday morning. Secondly, I spoke to them on Thursday at the prayer meeting. Thirdly, so yeah, thirdly, I spoke to them on the Sunday. Was it 2 weeks ago in the evening? And fourthly, spoke to them fourthly and fifthly, Thursday, Friday this week, just gone, and also Friday wasn't long ago, so it was only 2 days ago. So I only spoke to them 2 days ago, 3 days ago, right? What was I supposed to say? What was I supposed to say? What was I meant to have said? Do you know what I mean? What am I going to say? It makes the situation so much easier when I see them on a Thursday night, sorry, on a Thursday as well, on a Sunday, because there's a lot more to say. And don't get me wrong, there would have been I would have probably there would probably been things which I would have said anyway. So I would have said I was working Tuesday, but I'm sure I mentioned that before. I'm sure I did. Obviously, I would have said that about the shift at Chesterfield. So, listen, it's not, and this is where right. I've really improved in this situation. I've really improved in this area. And look, even if my dad was there, I'm pretty sure there would have been no problem speaking to him. I'm sure there would have been a problem because I spoke to them when my mum and dad were at the barbecue, and managed to speak to them at the barbecue. So listen, look, the thing is that I've spoke to different people. Spoke to the person I didn't get a chance to speak to this morning. I didn't really get a chance to speak to on Thursday. I got to speak to them tonight. I got to speak to the person I spoke to last Sunday, who wasn't at the prayer, who wasn't there on Thursday or Friday. So I got a chance. So I spoke to them on today. So do you know what I mean? I got to speak to them. The person who this evening, who who's off leave at the moment, but they were there tonight. I got a chance to speak to them. So it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. And also the prayer meeting, right? The prayer meeting is in 3 days' time. It's 3 days until the prayer meeting on Thursday. So, and also I'll finish off by what I'm going to say, but the prayer meeting's in 3 days' time, because it's Sunday today, right? It's Sunday today, and obviously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and obviously it's the day after Wednesday. So listen, and listen. There'll be a lot. What I would have said to them tonight can wait until I can wait until Thursday, until Thursday comes around. So I'm not too disheartened. I'm not. Do you know what? I'm just glad that I'm making friends. I'm getting to know people. I'm just glad that I'm getting to know people. I wish that I would get to know more people, but I want to take my time. I don't want to. I don't want to work. I don't want to go too quickly, and that's why. That's why there's been problems. I think that's why what had happened before. I think that's why I sent the cards when I did. I think that's why when I, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? When I spoke on social media, I've gone too quickly. I went far too quickly, and unfortunately for me, it just, yeah, no, unfortunately, it's just went too quickly. Doing this video to give you the live stream anyway for C3 Hope 4. It was really good and I really enjoyed it. Doing this video to the live stream for Grace Church, really good and I really enjoyed it. Hello, doing this video to the live stream for the Well. I thought the sound was fantastic, proper bang on the sound. Some bit of went a bit funny, a bit when at the, it went a bit echoey. I should say, yeah, it went a bit echoey when they were baptism when it was the baptisms, but generally sound was fantastic. Sound was very good, very clear. Everybody was very clear and yeah, spot on. I was spot on, really good. But like I said, um, the person who I didn't speak to tonight, as I am going to close. By the way, I am going to close this video shortly. Right. Oh yeah. So it's only the 1st of February. The 1st of February is only today. There's 29 days. What is it? 29 days, 28. 28. There's 28 days in February. So I'm gonna get plenty of opportunity. I'm gonna get plenty of chances to have a chance of speaking to them. There's gonna be plenty of chances because I mean there's another guy. I mean I didn't even get a chance to speak to them either. So do you know what I mean? It's not things the other person. Sorry. So I'm not too disheartened. I'm not too disheartened about it. It's, do you know, I'm pleased that I'm fitting in. What I wanted to do is I wanted to find a place where I would fit in. That's what I wanted. I wanted to fit in. And I knew I'll take my PA for example. I'll take his example. So he doesn't get a chance to speak to this friend who was also my PA, right? He doesn't get the opportunity to speak because they don't go to the same service. So he doesn't get a chance to they don't get a chance to chat. So it happens. It happens from time to time. You're not gonna get the opportunity to have a chat with who you want to get a chat who you want to have a chat to. My supervisor, don't speak to them outside of work. I don't speak to them outside of work. I only speak to them at work. So we never really talk outside of work. Um, My supervisor at Rotherham, I don't speak to them outside of work. My supervisor at Chesterfield, don't speak to them outside of work. And only time I really speak to them is when I'm there. I don't speak to these people outside of work. Do you know what I mean? It's what it is. The person who I mean, I've spoken. The person who I didn't speak to tonight, we've spoken quite a bit recently. We've spoken quite a bit. So you're not always going to get the opportunity to speak to people that you want to speak to. You're not always going to get the opportunity. It's not going to happen. They can listen. And look, the thing is, you don't interrupt a conversation when they're having a chat with someone else. It's not good manners. It's bad manners. It sets a bad example. You can't do that. And I'm not gonna do that. I was told when I'd made mistakes, was it a couple of months ago? And obviously I was speaking to them obviously on social media but they didn't know me then. That's the thing. I went far too quickly. That's why the Christmas cards I didn't send the Christmas card because I wanted it to be. Listen, I didn't want to put myself at risk. I thought it was better just to wish it them, just to write the message rather than just send them a card. I didn't need to. I don't really need to. But I don't need to. I mean, they didn't send me one. That's what I'm saying. They didn't send me a birthday card. They didn't send me a Christmas card. So listen, they didn't have to. So it doesn't change anything. There's no issues between. There's no issues with us whatsoever. There's no issues. There really isn't. I was really pleased that I could help them on Friday, and the housemate or the person that goes to church. I was really pleased to help. I wanted to help. I'm disappointed I'm not going on the weekend away, but I can't. It's as simple as that. I've got to work. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay that amount of money. Guarantee. Now, this is the thing as well. There was also. It must have been in July. Was it June, July? So we had a celebration, and again, I didn't get a chance to speak to them then. But the thing was, I got the next time I got a chance. This is the final point. Anyway, this is what I was going to say. So if they don't come into the cafe, I mean, I wasn't even that late. I know there was someone on the door, but I wasn't really that late. I mean, maybe if I got there earlier, maybe I might have had a chance, but I wasn't really that late. If I'm honest, I weren't really that late. I mean, yeah, there was people there, and I had a cup of tea, but no, listen, I'm really happy. That's the main thing.